Guys, listen, there is a huge elephant in the Manchester United room. Its name is set pieces. Against Bournemouth in the 3-0 loss at home, that first goal we considered from Dean Hayes became the 17th set piece goal, excluding penalties, that Manchester United has conceded this calendar year. The painful bit is that's a record in the history of the Premier League. It cannot be carried around by Man United. We are the biggest football club in England. We cannot be holding such bad records. But what exactly is the problem that Ruben Amorim has got to deal with? Welcome to the United Hot Spot. My name is Webb. Like, share, and of course, join me as we do try to dig and get answers to why exactly Man United is struggling with set pieces. But did you know, guys, that the current set piece coach of Man United is a former set piece coach of Arsenal who was sacked to be replaced by the great Nicolas Jova, who is currently just mesmerizing everyone with his set pieces? That's exactly part of the problem that Ruben Amorim has got to solve. So we can sit here and blame Amorim because he came out like any macho manager or any macho head coach, taking responsibility and ownership, not throwing his assistants under the bus. He said set pieces are my responsibility because they were asking him about his assistant, Carlos Fernandez, and whether he's not doing his job right. And he said, they are my responsibility. Blame it on me. But listen, the person to blame is a former assistant at Arsenal. His name is Andreas Jørgensen. This is the guy who, since July 2024, when he joined Man United, because he came from Lillestrøm, where he was head coach, to come and join Man United as a set piece coach. This guy worked under Erik ten Hag, and he did not. We are conceding goals, set piece goals for fun. This is the same guy who, in 2020-2021, for that period, he was a first team coach at Arsenal, but also the set piece coach at Arsenal. Mikel Arteta felt like he was not good enough. He booted him and brought in Nicolas Jova, the guy who has masterminded the best set pieces we've seen in the history of football, probably, getting him from Manchester City. Now, how do you expect Man United to be competing with Arsenal in set pieces when the guy who is coaching our players is an Arsenal reject? Guys, this is the recruitment that Ruben Amorim keeps talking about. United has got to deal with recruitment. Clearly, we recruited the wrong people. It's not only footballers, not only the players, but even the coaches. How in the world is Andreas Gregson, a guy who in just 1 year, Mikel Arteta sacked? He spent there just 1 year, less than a year, he sacked him, brought in Nicolas Jova, who is working miracles and magic, but this is the guy we are banking on to coach our players set pieces. Now imagine Ruben Amorim is already trying to figure out a solution. You know what he did? I saw after the Arsenal game, all the rest of the other games we've played, if you noticed, whenever we have a set piece, it is not Andre Gregson who comes in, Jogson who comes in the technical area. Because usually, during set pieces, when there's a set piece, the set piece coach comes in the technical area and takes over, bellows instructions to the players to tell them what to do. What has been happening now since the Arsenal game is that whenever Man United receives a set piece, either we've considered one or it's ours, it's the assistant coach Carlos Fernandez who comes and stands in the technical area since the Arsenal game. Do you know what that means? It's a vote of no confidence in Andreas Gogson. Take this from me, Andreas Gogson is going to be the next guy to be sacked by Ineos. This is how incompetent some of the people Man United recruited to take this club forward are. How in the world do you tell me that you're getting an Arsenal reject to come and take you where? We are Manchester United. We should be competing with Arsenal for the best in every department when it comes to football. But there we are getting doctors from them, doctors who are questionable. Recruiting at Man United has been the biggest problem. Now we can come out there and blame, of course, the coaches, Erik ten Hag, Ruben Amorim now, because I've seen people who are attacking him saying that, the coach is the problem. But listen, with this kind of recruitment, you cannot expect different results because the people coaching the players are not good enough. They're just not good enough. So these are the problems that we have got to deal with. The elephant is bigger than what we see. It's huge. It's humongous. It's humongous. There's a big problem when it comes to how things are done. And Ruben Amorim has been consistent. every day saying that we need to work on how we recruit. He has recommended for Man United to come up with a new scouting team to scout the best players. He's recommending new people to come in and work around the players. Anyone who is going to interact with the team, from the junior teams to the senior team, has got to be different. They have got to be better. Guys, we cannot think we will compete by having all these mediocre players helping the team. But that said, moving forward, they are looking for solutions for now. Of course, we know that very soon Andres Gogson, and I can say this without fear, he will be sacked soon. But Ruben Amorim is already looking for solutions, looking at Carlos Fernandez, his assistant, to try and help with the set pieces. But that's not his expertise. It's not his expertise, but you've seen him during warm-ups. He's the one taking players. They warm up with set pieces. He saw that this is a big problem that the team has got to work on. But even the players themselves have got a part to be blamed for. Look at that header that we considered the Dean Hayes header. What in the world was Joshua Zirkzee doing? You don't need to be coached by Nicolas Jova, who currently is the best set piece coach in the world, for you to know that that's not how you mark a player, a taller guy than you in a corner. Box them out. It's called boxing out. Box them out. That's why they call it in basketball. Box them out. When it comes to corners, you're allowed to do so. So long as you're not so rough, you're allowed to be aggressive to a certain extent. Attack the ball, but the ball is coming at you. Man United players don't concentrate on the game. And that's why they keep conceding some of these silly goals. So it's a big problem, but Amorim, in him, we trust. Solutions are going to be figured out. And of course, trust you me, sooner than later, we will be doing better. Both because you cannot get 13 was it 8 or something corners and you don't score one, or even don't come close to scoring one? What is that? What in the world is Andres Gogson being paid for at Man United? Clean the house, Ineos. We're tired of being put to shame. We are Manchester United.